Victor Wembanyama was supposed to be the future of the NBA, a generational talent, a once-in-a-lifetime prospect, and the centerpiece of the San Antonio Spurs rebuild. But in a shocking turn of events, his second season has come to an abrupt and terrifying end. After the All-Star break, Wembanyama was diagnosed with deep vein thrombosis in his right shoulder, a condition that, if left untreated, could have ended not just his basketball career, but his life. This devastating news has sent shockwaves throughout the NBA, raising serious concerns about his long-term health and the potential impact on his future. How did this happen? What does this mean for the Spurs? And can Wemby overcome this major setback? Let's break it down together. The San Antonio Spurs medical team detected the blood clot within 48 hours of Wemby's return from the All-Star game. At first, the issue didn't seem serious. Doctors prescribed medications that help thin blood and prevent clotting. But further testing revealed the situation was far more severe than anyone had expected. Dr. Brian Sutter, a well-respected sports medicine expert, explained just how dangerous this condition is. He said this could have been catastrophic. If the clot had traveled to his lungs, this could have been fatal. The fact that the Spurs caught it so early is incredible. Blood clots are always dangerous, but for elite athletes, especially those as tall as Wembanyama, the risks are even higher. At 7'4", his unique physiology and repetitive overhead motion from shooting and blocking shots could have contributed to the clot's formation. This is a life-threatening condition, and while it was caught in time, Wembanyama's immediate future in basketball is now uncertain. Unfortunately, Wemby's situation isn't an isolated case. The NBA has seen multiple players suffer from blood clot issues, and history has shown us that it often leads to devastating consequences. Chris Bosh is one of the most tragic examples. Bosh was at the peak of his career when blood clots in his lungs forced him into an early retirement. He fought to make a comeback, but doctors wouldn't clear him to return to play. LaMarcus Aldridge was another All-Star who faced a similar battle. Diagnosed with a heart-related issue due to blood clotting, Aldridge initially retired before attempting a return. But when he did, he was never the same player again. Then we have Christian Koloko. The young center was released by the Toronto Raptors after blood clots sidelined him indefinitely. With teams wary of the risks, his NBA career was nearly over before it started, before the Lakers gave him a lifeline. Then we have Misra Teletovic, a promising role player whose career was cut short when blood clots developed in his lungs. He was forced into early retirement and never returned to professional basketball. There is, however, one glimmer of hope, and that's Brandon Ingram. Back in 2019, while playing for the Lakers, Ingram was diagnosed with a similar condition. He underwent surgery to remove a part of a rib that was compressing a vein, made a full recovery, and eventually became an All-Star. For Wembanyama, Ingram's story offers a reason to believe that a full comeback is possible. The Spurs are building everything around Wemby. Their entire game plan revolves around his unique skill set, his ability to protect the rim, space the floor, and dominate both ends of the court. They even acquired De'Aaron Fox to pair with him, forming what could really be a deadly duo. Now, really everything is on hold until we get further information. The team's primary focus is no longer development or winning games, it's Wembanyama's health. There is no set timeline for his return, and given how serious this condition is, there's no guarantee he'll be the same player when he does come back, especially if he needs surgery. This isn't just a short-term setback, this is the kind of injury that can realistically derail an entire career. If history tells us anything, it's that blood clot issues in the NBA rarely end well. Players either retire early, struggle to regain their previous form, or are forced into a limited role. For Wemby, the stakes couldn't be higher. He's not just any player, he's arguably the most hyped NBA prospect since LeBron James. The league is watching closely, and fans are hoping that he can defy the odds and return stronger than ever. Wemby is supposed to be the future of the league, the face of the next generation. But now there's a real fear that this diagnosis could drastically shorten his time in the NBA. We've seen how blood clots have derailed some of the best players in the league in its history. Chris Bosh was a two-time champion and perennial all-star before it ended his career. LaMarcus Aldridge never truly recovered. And Christian Koloko was already out of the league before the Lakers came calling. But we've also seen Brandon Ingram make a full comeback and even reach new heights after his diagnosis. So the question remains, where will Wembanyama's story fall? This is bigger than basketball. This is about life and longevity. The Spurs made the right call shutting him down for the season, but the real concern is what comes next. Will Wemby return to dominance, or is this the beginning of a heartbreaking downfall for one of the most promising young stars we've ever seen? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain, the entire NBA world is holding its breath. Thanks everyone for joining me on this video. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more upcoming videos and NBA content. My name is Damian Peters and I'll see you next time.